Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Hope you guys are happy, healthy. Hope your kids are happy and healthy, and yep, hope you're doing great. Um, it's a beautiful day where I am. It's nice and cool, breezy, sunny. We're having a pretty good day here. So, praise God. So today's live is going to cover the latest developments in the Celeste Rivers case, the David, also known as the David case. Everything I say today is based on my opinion. Nothing I say is based on anything I know for myself, but what I've been researching. So everything I say is allegedly. This is a sensitive and heartbreaking story. So I want to start by saying, please, be respectful and remember that this involves a teenager and her grieving family. Well, we hope they are. We're going to break down the facts confirmed in the last week, including the rumors about pregnancy, what the death certificate actually says, the timeline of events, and some of the family background that comes out. This live will run about 30 minutes, and I'll be opening up the space if anybody comes along and would like to discuss anything. So please keep the comments safe, respectful, and avoid any unverified information, speculation, rumors. Let's focus on truth, awareness, and compassion. Before we get started, please, of course, hit that like button. Double tap the screen if you're on a cell phone. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, of course. Yeah. So first, let's go straight into what's new. The death certificate has been released. It confirms that Celeste was not pregnant at the time of her death. So, for several weeks that rumor was circulating online. So what now we know that those rumors are not true. She was not pregnant. So that speculation is out the door. Please double tap the screen, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please feel free to engage. And I'm happy for you to be here. The cause of death is officially listed as deferred, meaning they are waiting on further toxicology and lab tests. Police investigators stated that Celeste's body was likely in the Tesla for several weeks before they discovered it. That's like real sad. Imagine, not only does she have to go through, what she went through, but then to be undiscovered for several weeks, that's just sad. That Tesla was registered to the singer David. LAPD served a search warrant at his rental property, seizing items and electronics. He has since canceled his tour and is cooperating. No suspects or person of interest have been named. Celeste's body has now been returned to her family, with reports of a troubled home life coming from people close to her. Ain't that a B? I hope the family has nothing to do with it. But as time go by, we'll definitely learn more. It's sad. Like, how do you feel about the way the rumors like pregnancy one spread so quickly, even before any evidence was released? And just like, they speculated about a baby being found was just speculations. It wasn't, no truthness to it as of yet. People, they hear things, they start things, and they just go with it and start spreading, these speculations. And then by the time you know it, there's a whole bunch of people saying the same thing as if it's a fact when it's not. Hey, Joel, uh, how are you? Welcome in. Please double tap the screen, everybody. Double tap the screen. I'm talking about the updates on the Celeste Rivers case. Um, her body was found a few weeks ago in the singer David's Tesla that was registered to him. Um, he has not been charged with anything right now. He is cooperating. Um, yeah, his tour is canceled. They're saying that she had a troubled home life. So, they're definitely investigating, and I really hope that some justice comes soon, because she did have to deal with a horrible way to be unalived, and something gotta give, you know? Um, so let's walk through the timeline so we're all on the same page. Earlier in 2024, Celeste had reportedly run away or been reported missing before, had been reported missing before that. Um, in August of 2025, the Tesla linked to David was parked in Hollywood Hills. He left to continue his tour. And then early in September of 2025, the car was towed. Workers noticed the odor, and then Celeste's body was found in the trunk or frunk, whichever one you want to call it, because that's what they call the trunks of a Tesla. So then in mid-September of 2025, LAPD executed the search warrant at the rental. And then late September, death certificate confirmed no pregnancy because cause of the death was deferred or is deferred, which means they're just waiting more on toxicology reports and stuff like that. The body was released to the family, and I believe the funeral is sometime this week. Looking at this timeline, what do you guys think? Do you think it's moving too slowly, or are they taking the right steps? I guess they're going slow because either one, they're not finding anything, or two, they're just being very careful so they can make sure that they're gathering all the correct evidence. So, you know, they're not speculating anything because they do have to have definitive evidence. At this point, do you guys think that David is involved? New footage has surfaced showing Celeste Rivers in a confrontation with neighbors a year before her disappearance. Um, so, of course, now there's speculations like what was going on there. Did somebody not like her enough, or, have a problem with her enough to maybe follow her and unalive her, and then are setting the boyfriend, the David up. I don't know. There is a GoFundMe to support her funeral. It is active. Um, there's reports saying that there's an ex-boyfriend that's claiming she had plans to escape home, and past accounts suggest she came to school with bruises. So I guess now, you know, authorities really have to investigate, the family, and probably are interviewing neighbors. Thank you for double tapping the screen, hitting that like button. So, David's manager, Josh Marshall, issued a statement on the case denying prior knowledge of any communications about Celeste. David canceled his U.S. tours. Some of his European tour dates have also been removed or marked canceled on ticketing platforms. When you hear deferred, which is what they're saying about what they're basically saying right now, it means that the medical examiner hasn't determined a final cause yet. So they're waiting for toxicology, which can take weeks. Police may also withhold details to protect the investigation. Do you think that police should share more updates even when they don't have the final even when they don't have the final results? Do you think that they need to be, or are they doing what's right, you know, and not sharing anything until they know more? So they. So after several weeks, well, several weeks, 3 weeks or so, nothing, no answers, no answers to the questions we have. Um, Nothing definitive, nothing, no facts yet besides that Celeste was not pregnant. um, David's manager saying that he didn't have prior knowledge of this situation, and that he didn't even know about the situation occurring. Brands such as Crocs and Hollister have pulled his campaign content while this investigation continues. His song Crashing was removed from streaming platforms after scrutiny following the discovery of Celeste's remains. So it really feels like we just still don't know anything that's going on in this investigation. Nothing, these reports are taking quite a long time. I guess they have to, search cameras. Hey, Jamaica, welcome in. Thanks for passing through. Drive safely. Please double tap the screen to hit that like button. Please hit the thumbs up if that's easier for you. Yeah, so as of right now, um, There was also a former teacher that appeared in a video claiming Celeste had told classmates she was being blackmailed and had run away, implicating possible coercion. Some media commentary has resurfaced a prior interview by David in which he spoke in figurative terms about unaliving, I'm committing myself, fueling speculation. There's also there's also discussion in social media about multiple girls named Celeste or mix-ups between Celeste Rivers Hernandez and Celeste Herrera, though there's no confirmed link. There's some conflicting reports and uncertainty. Some reports assert, hey Stash, welcome in. Thanks for passing through. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. Some reports have been saying that David is cooperating with authorities, while others, including social media users, contest or or they doubt on that claim. They think that he's not cooperating, but I mean, he must be cooperating, and you know, I don't know. He probably has nothing to do with it, because if he did have something to do with it, wouldn't they be charging with him with something right now? you know there's there are ongoing rumors and unverified claims also, but um no new legally confirmed revelations beyond what I just summarized. you know um so yeah, I do still hope that they find out who did this to this young girl. You know, only 15 years old. Nobody knows nothing. Like, come on. No, with the technology nowadays, no cameras near where the car was, and maybe they did they did their research and noticed that there wasn't any cameras in that area, like it was a dark area. But I hope they do find like the camera or video footage from the Tesla at least, cuz what's going on 3 weeks later and nothing. We don't know nothing besides how she was on a, not even how, but around the timeline around when she was unalived. Like, come on. This is crazy. Yeah. Like, it really is crazy. All the technology that's, you know, and they don't know nothing. They didn't see who she was with in her last hours, like, this is so weird to me, you know? And then when and then the footage of her having issues with neighbors, and now it's coming out that she had a troubled life at home as well. We need justice for this girl. And I really hope that these authorities are digging deep and doing anything they can and, questioning anybody that she's ever been around, questioning David's neighbors, questioning her neighbors, questioning all her family members, you know, questioning everybody that been around her and David, you know, and whoever, even just passed by with them, hung out with them in passing. They need to, step up to the plate and tell the authorities what they have seen, you know. Hey Vet, hey Miss Dee Dee. Yeah, so yeah, something gotta give for this girl. We need to they need Celeste Rivers needs justice, you know? She she was unalived in a horrible way, and then to be found several weeks later, Like, it's crazy. Imagine if her family had nothing to do with it. Imagine that pain and hurt that they're feeling, that grief that they have to deal with now, and then without having any answers to how it happened. Like, something definitely has to give. And I hopefully for, her to rest in peace. I really hope that something comes through soon, and for all of us that, do want to know what, happened. We want a definite answer. We don't want speculations. And for people to keep on, making rumors and spreading false rumors, that's sad also, because this is a minor we're talking about. We're not just talking about a streetwalker or, anything like that. We're talking about, of course, a minor, a teenager. All teenagers go through their ups and downs and their those phases that they don't want to do what their parents say, but that doesn't make it any better. It's not okay. It is not okay. Hi, Bree. Welcome in. Please double tap the screen and hit the like button. I'm just updating everybody about the Celeste Rivers and David case. Celeste Rivers was found unalived in the Tesla registered to David the singer. And yeah, so um, nobody has been charged yet. The only thing we have found that she was not pregnant. So those speculations and rumors that were going around are false. She was not pregnant. There was no baby. And yeah. So we want answers, We want answers. I know I want answers. I don't know why people choose to spread rumors. If you guys know about this case, let me know what you think. What's your thoughts about this case? Do you think David was involved? Do you think any of his people were involved with everything that's been coming out with the argument with her family, with her neighbors, what the teacher had said? Do you think maybe her family was involved? Do you think her neighbors were involved? Or do you think, like I said, do you think just somebody maybe close to David was involved? Let me know what you guys think. But also let me know what you think about how the case is being handled. Do you think they're doing the right thing? Not letting us know exactly what's going on. They're taking their time to gather the correct information and accurate information and evidence. And what lessons should we learn about how rumors spread? Because, we have heard so many things within this last few weeks. We've heard that she was pregnant. We heard that a baby was found, you know? We heard that there was basically another Celeste, and who knows if they were trying to act like they were her, so to throw off anything about her missing. Do you think she was just a troubled teen that ran away to somebody she thought cared about her? I don't know. We don't even we had since we haven't even seen a statement from David. We can't even see how he reacted. You know, don't we? I would like to see how he reacted to finding out she was unalive, because they were close. They were seen together several times in this last year or so, year and a half almost. I would like to see how he reacted to it. I would like to know how he reacted to it. Um, yeah. So how do we balance the public's right to know with the family's privacy? Or at this time, do does the family deserve privacy, especially if she did come from a troubled home? So many questions, guys, so many questions. And I really hope that, they get answered soon. Yeah, so that's basically the update. Of course, I'm going to stay on it. And when I know more and when I know more facts, more than anything, I will definitely be bringing to you guys, because I know a lot of us want justice for Celeste. Um, yeah, so please remember to like. You're listening to this after I get off. Please comment and subscribe. I did say that this was going to be a short live. It's just an update, you know. Um, so I don't want it to linger on. I just want us to know. I just want justice for Celeste. We want answers. And I really hope that the toxicology report comes out soon so we have a definitive cause of unaliving. I just know that it was a sad, tragic, death for Celeste. And, it's real sad. So, like I always say, talk to your children, talk to your young adults, find out where their emotions are. If you're having trouble with them, learn how to talk to them, you know, have that emotional intelligence enough to know that, especially when they're children, teens, they're going through their hormone changes. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. So communication is the key. And also, please remember, this is still an ongoing investigation. No suspects have been named, and no final cause of death have been confirmed. So Celeste was a teenager with her whole life ahead of her, and she deserves respect no matter what. So if you or someone is struggling, in the US, you can dial 988 for the suicide and crisis hotline. There are also organizations that support runaway and at-risk youth. Um, I'll research that information and I'll definitely leave it in the description. So just remember to talk to your teens. You might not, they might just, might just need somebody to talk to. So let them know that you're always there for them to talk to, and if they don't feel comfortable, let them know to talk to somebody in their school, talk to another family member, or hopefully they can call one of these hotlines and talk to somebody that they don't even know. Maybe they'll feel more comfortable. So thank you very, very much. If you would like to donate to this channel, please check out my Cash App and buy me a coffee link in the description. It's also in my bio. But just in case you don't want to, my Cash App is $B as in boy, X Queen C. BxQueenC. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay compassionate, stay aware, and let's keep pushing for the truth over the rumors. Um, so thanks for being here today. Hey, Sonia, please listen to the replay. I did update, there's not much update. So of course this wasn't going to be a long one, but I just wanted to give some kind of update and show that I am still, you know, looking into this and making sure that I know any information that comes about. Yeah. So later on tonight, guys, if you made it this far, know that I will be holding a game night. We'll be having a trivia game night later on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you guys there. Let's have some fun. So please come join me tonight. See you later. Thanks again for everybody that's listening. Thanks for everybody that's supporting me, regardless of anything. I appreciate everyone. All right. Have a great day and see you later.